All right, here is the speed run of the last 256 case from 2025. Just did it today. So key to doing this case is to get these portal numbers in. I don't know. I thought about it for a while to see if there would be some faster way to do this. I don't know. I can do this pretty fast, this manual, just cut and paste. Now, I did not think to do this until the last minute on the live version, but once you do it, it makes this case a lot easier, and I can do it fast. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe someone will come up with a better way to do this. But for now, I'm going with the manual solution for adding the 1 to 9s. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to use user-defined function sheet data to put all these onto one sheet. If you want to learn more about my lambdas and VBA, check out the links in the description of this video. But what I'm going to do is sheet data of sequence 11, right, is the names of the sheets. And I want the range A1 to T20, and I wanted to keep it flat like that. And I'll give this just a color just so I can see where it is. Area, I'm going to make a numeric version just so I don't have to like add empty strings or something silly like that. All right, make this a little smaller there right now because, I've got these numbers here, right? So all I got to do is just count them, divide by 9. That'll give me the number of portals, right, which is level 1. So now I just look up the area number, planet number, area number on the portals here, returning here. Then for level 2, if we're just looking to see if there's a portal there, right? I've got this set up as label lookup. So label lookup is a index match on the first column and the top row. So once I tell it what, as long as I've set up the row labels and the column labels like that, it'll just look it up like this. So if it's blank, then that means no portal. Otherwise, yes portal. And that should do it for level 2. Now I got to add the row numbers and the column numbers, but unique row numbers and column numbers also, right? If the same row number appears a bunch of times, it doesn't count multiple times. So row and column equals horizontal is another lambda, right? Ref to RC of that. No, I want the parenthesis. I do not want the asterisk, of course, as always. So now what row, column, I'm going to put the array here on top because, like I said before, my label lookup relies on the top row and the leftmost column. All right, so for the column label, what I want to do is some unique filter of the column numbers locked, where the portal numbers, which is the rows locked because I want to apply to the other planets as well, is not equal to nothing. That should be it. And then I just got to make this one based on the row instead of the column. And now it's ready for my label lookup, right? So label lookup, ooh, that doesn't belong there, of course. So this, where I put the row and the column label, should be good for area 3. Now I just got to find the numbers, right? I already manually put them in. So let's put a place for them. This is portal in. I mean, the sum of these should do it, right? It says there's only one each in this level at least, right? So let's just look this up on the addresses returning portal number. Now we got to go for a walk. All right, so I need to know the addresses. I need to know the contents. I need to know the distance. That's probably about it, right? So the addresses are right here. Contents are look up the area number on area numbers, returning on the whole thing. And then the distance, right, is I've got my distance lambda from here to here. Lock diagonal is not allowed. And I only want to do it if there's a portal, right? So if this equals nothing, then 999. Otherwise, that. So now the minimum of this is the number of steps and the answer to level 5. Distance, right, with diagonal 0 is taxi cab or Manhattan. With diagonal 1 would be Chebyshev or chessboard as the default. This one we got to do, but we got to do the switching, right? So instead of 1, you go to 9. Instead of 7, you go to 3. This is the telephone code from the show The Wire was the same thing. There's a little trick to it. Let's see. So the enter portal number, enter portal address matters, right? Exit portal number, possible addresses, address distance, exit address, steps 1, steps 2. Should do it for me. All right, so the entering portal number is just the smallest distance returning on the portal numbers here. The address, right, is the same thing, but it is based on the address, right? Now the portal number, right, how do you go from here to here, from here to here? Well, guess what? Equals 10 minus the entrance number. This now gives us some different possible addresses, right? So I'm going to take all the addresses here, and I'm going to filter that based on that array, where that array equals this, right? So these are the possible addresses, and I got to make room for 5 of these because there could be up to 5 portals in a planet. So if that equals nothing, then 999. Otherwise, the distance from here to wherever we entered the portal. Whichever one is the closest, that has to be the correct portal. No asterisks, please. And like I said, I got to make room for 5 of them. So now my smallest lambda, so the smallest one of this, turning on here. The first part of my journey is from the starting position to entering the portal. Diagonal not allowed. The second part of my journey is from where I exited the portal to the finish line. Diagonal not allowed, right? This is the finish. I accidentally deleted that with my macro. I gotta fix that. Sums of this. Level 7 is exactly the same as level 6, except for we're not always going to do 10 minus the portal number. We're only going to do that for the corners. So just so I remember what the corners are here. So if 10 minus this applies to the corners, which is 1, 3, 7, and 9. For the others, we don't change it. So now the exit portal number is the entrance portal number looked up on here, returning here. All right, 1,000 points so far. Overlap, which has no portals in it, right? So that is count if these portal number sums, right? So if that is 0, that means no portal. Overlapping portal. here we can see one of them is 10, right? G7, so that obviously has to have two portals in it because portals only go 1 to 9. What number does not appear in level 4? So equals sort unique of this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 missing. What number's missing after 4? It's 5. What if on level 6 we did not do the 10 minus x switching thing? So this is like, L6B. So all we're going to change now is just this, right? This is just P26 instead of switching it. And this adds up to 400. This one here is, it did this before, I think. Restarting Excel for some reason fixed this. If anybody has any clue as to why this is happening to me, please let me know. But I believe restarting Excel will fix this problem. Let us see. Bigger portal speedrun. Don't need, the link is just the answer sheet, which shouldn't exist. Yep, that fixed it. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, 394 is there. 400 is there. The difference between them, I promise this is the same file I just had open. I don't know why the what if tables got silly there for a second. All right, sum up the portal entrance cell numbers levels 5 to 7. So smallest distance giving you the number, right? That's the one we enter. So it is that. This first one is 96, right? This formula is the same everywhere. 96 and 103, right? So 96, 103, and then whatever this last one is. Same formula. What if table on 284. 284. Stop. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. All right, here is live attempt at the last 256. Session 2, 2025. Video is starting hopefully now. Let's see. There it is. Bigger Pori. Bigger portals. Oh, it is portals! It's portals 2! Oh my god! Oh, portals 2. Okay, no diagonal. No diagonal. Another area. Any part of the portal. Okay. Okay. So maybe 6 and 7 you go somewhere else. 7 levels. All right, good. All right, let's see if we can figure anything out. To move is equal to 1 step. No diagonal. Blank cells and X's are portals. All right, yeah, I can read this, can I? All right, how many portals are there in the area you're in? Each portal is 3 by 3 and should only be probably counted once, right? So, just count the X's and divide by 9. Probably do a sheet data thing because there's 20 of them, right? So I'll do a sheet data that's got 1 row, 1 column for each sheet, like I did with the original portals. I'm glad I solved Portal recently. All right, let's see if I can read level 2. For a given address in the area, write yes if there's a portal and no if there isn't a portal. Okay, again, my strategy I think is good for that. It's interesting, there's two, let's see what does that look like? There's two pieces of interest for a given cell address and area. Okay, so there's an address and an area, which is good. That's just like a label lookup for me, right? Because of the way I'm going to set it up. I'm going to use my sheet data function. Sheet data function, I got to remember how it works because it's a VBA. So it's just the sheet names, the range reference, and then flatten. All right. Sheet names I can get with this. Sheet names, range reference, flatten. All right, 1 minute, 30 seconds left. I mean, it's going to be portals, right? I mean, I can see what the range reference is already, right? Through T20, right? A1 to T20. So like if the sheet names are here, you know, sheet data with the sheet names and the range reference is A1 to T20, and I am going to flatten it, right? And it's going to be it. All right, portal me up, Grayson. Beam me up, Scotty. I mean, I guess it's a different property, right? No portal. Is GLaDOS going to be here? That's the right thing. I hope GLaDOS isn't here. She's bad. I mean, I thought I like GLaDOS. She's got a good song. Go. Download file. Do. Move these to the end. There are only 11 areas. By 9. This is area and portals. All right, it's because it's not numeric. Go up to, what, C2. Make the sum of the rows or the columns, wherever there is a portal. Okay, good. All right, so ref to RC. So sum if the range is the rows, right? Locked completely. So the rows locked. If the criteria is here where only the row numbers are locked, that's the other way around. The sum range is going to be here at the end. The range is there. The criteria is X. And then this is the same, but it is based on the columns, right? And then the areas. Desmond, you have to be completely, go away, please, and no noises in here. All right, so now this is just an area lookup, a label lookup, but I gotta do it correctly. I'm gonna move this to the end. It's what, row and column, singular. Column and row, and that's the area there, right? So label lookup of this, where this is this and that is that, divided by 3 right now. Let's see. Oh, unique, huh? Okay, fine. It's this. I mean, is it just this divided by 3? Yes, it is. It's got to always be that, right? Yeah. I mean, I hope so. Hope it's always divided by 3. Do I got hints here? Yeah, all right, check hints. 31 is between 50 and 60. Wrong. Yep. All right, so the row is correct, but the column row, so it's going to be filter, right? Got to do this as a filter, right? So column now is equal to filter the column numbers locked where the portal's locked but allow the D to go, right? Where that equals X, right? Now it is unique of this and sum. That's for that. And then now this is for rows, right? Hopefully. Now let's see how we're doing here on this. 36, cannot divide by 3 anymore. This is now good. Okay, each of these cells will support all in 9. It is located at the top center of a portal, so the answer is 2. Okay. So all right. One of the 11 areas. Okay. So now need to find on here, right? Returning the area number as a number. So which one has one, if any? This has got to stay locked, obviously. So that tells you which one has a portal. Comma. This turning on here is 9. RC to ref. Let's do ref to RC. That 17.9. This -1 is this. C to ref, row and column, indirect. And this, right? This plus this one. So these are like the row numbers. This is the this. All right, and then the magic one is here. Where this stays locked, right? They both stay locked. No. This equals address, row number, column number. This and this. Save array of this. Right? So it's like three, four, five, six. All right, so this is a 5, right? This is a so if it's here, that's a 5, right? If it is what this is a 4, right? So hold on, let me see what this right here is a 2. I know that. All right, so this is a 5. This is a 2. What do I got if it's like if it was a 1, that would make it this, right? This is a 1, a 3 would look like this. A 4. So if this is a 4, then it would look like this. 5 it did already. If it's a 6, then it would look like this. If it's a 7, then it would look like this. If it is an 8, then it would look like this. And 9 is the remaining one, right? It's the minimum number of steps to get to the closest portal. Distance of this and this. Diagonal not allowed. Is this fucking an A? Yeah, because top one needs to be locked. All right, go to platform. It's level 5. Level 4 has to go on the platform. Opposite corner. These are kind of hard, right? So we're going to do 30 and 40. For now, I'm going to put in 7 as a guess and 2 bonuses. Why 7? Why not 7? They both have 8s, so maybe one less than that. Makes sense. All right. Overlap all. Heaven, how many portals have no? That I actually can do already, right? This equals nothing, then 1, otherwise 0. Sum is 95. One cell with an overlapping portal across 2 areas. What cell address is it? That's interesting. So now it is filter, or it's just, count if this is an X, and then whichever one has 2. It's the address we're looking for. Let's see, G7. It is only 1. What is the cell address? G7, right? Review your level 4 answers. One number does not appear among them. Sort, unique. There's no 5. That is encouraging. How many more or fewer steps would it take if you would not appear on the opposite side of the portal? What is the total sum of the portal across levels 5 to 7? What is the total sum of the portal entrance cell numbers? Right, yeah, this is a tough one. Can I somehow do these where they've got numbers? I mean, I guess, but it doesn't always go in order, right? Because if they overlap, are they always in column major order? No, they're not always in column major order. And I could just add 1 to 9 for these. It's probably what I'm gonna do, right? That's gonna mess everything up, but hopefully get me at least some kind of point somewhere. Is that correct also? This is probably also a good way to solve the level. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This would have been an easier way to do level 4, obviously. Of the portal entrance numbers. Hopefully those are given and not calculated. Entrance cell numbers. Five to 9. Right, this isn't gonna update unless I tell it to, which might be good actually. No, already updated. Okay, so I mean, it's not gonna work for G7. All right. Levels 5 to 7. This is only level 4. Levels 5 to 7. I have no idea if this is right or not, but you know, something. Well, 0 can't be right, but I don't know, man. I'll put a 200 here. Is there any way to guess any of this stuff? Let's see. I mean, I can put in hint guesses. Desmond, sweetie, you're not allowed to talk out here. Desmond, sweetie, you're not allowed to talk. All right, let's see. Um, all right, level 6. That's 35. That's 15. I think that 10 is a pretty wide, unfortunately. 10, 25, 15. Starting area. I gotta check instead. 5 is this. Level 4 is, you know, odd, even, odd. 5 is odd, even, odd. These I eventually got. This, you know, I hope so, right? 475. All right, call that a game. Okay, file must be uploaded now. So I can do that like this. Boom. I did great. Well, we'll see if I did great enough. I don't know. 6 or 7 are hard. People are going to get 6 or 7. It's just, is my opponent going to get 6 or 7? We'll see. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks.